On February 17, 2026, wildfires burned more than 155,000 acres, approximately 63,000 hectares, across western Oklahoma in a single explosive day, forcing thousands of residents to evacuate as fast-moving grass fires swept through the Panhandle and Northwest counties. The Ranger Road fire, the largest by far, started in Beaver County and rapidly grew to an estimated 145,000 acres burned, crossing into Kansas and traveling about 65 miles northeast through areas including Harper, Woods, Comanche, Clark, and Meade counties, with 0% containment by evening. Additional fires added to the devastation. The Stevens Fire scorched around 5,000 acres in Texas County. The Side Road Fire burned about 3,300 acres also in Texas County near Tyrone. And the 43 Road Fire consumed roughly 2,000 acres in Woodward County.
Nothing we can do.
The impact struck hard in these rural, wide-open landscapes where people rely on the land for their way of life. In Beaver County, numerous outbuildings were destroyed, and the Mocaine Energy Transfer Station, a natural gas facility, suffered significant damage as flames advanced unchecked. Texas County reported 5 structures destroyed from the fires there, while in Woodward County, 3 structures burned, including 2 buildings at a USDA facility. Homes and other properties faced direct threats or damage in multiple spots, with some families losing houses entirely amid the rapid spread. Thick smoke and ash blanketed the region, dropping visibility to near zero in places and causing vehicle accidents on highways. Major roads closed, including sections of U.S. Highway 64 in Beaver County east of Forgan, which blocked travel, isolated communities, and slowed emergency access. At least 4 firefighters were injured. 3 from a Ralston Fire Department truck that overturned in Beaver County during operations, plus 1 local firefighter, all requiring hospital treatment. Livestock and ranch operations came under immediate pressure, with many owners scrambling to relocate herds or secure animals as fires raced across rangeland at extreme speeds. Thousands evacuated across the affected zones, including more than 11,000 people in Kansas border towns like Englewood, Ashland, and Tyrone, plus additional displacements in Oklahoma areas such as Gate and the southwest quadrant of Woodward, a city of about 12,000, where 3,000 to 4,000 residents were ordered out on short notice. Families left behind homes, businesses, and daily routines, some watching ash fall for miles, while smoke filled the air and the smell of burning grass hung heavy. These fires escalated so quickly and caused such widespread damage because of a rare alignment of extreme weather over highly receptive fuels. Southwest winds gusted over 60 miles per hour, pushing flame fronts forward at 3 to 5 miles per hour across open grasslands. Temperatures climbed into the 70s and 80s Fahrenheit, far warmer than typical mid-February levels, while relative humidity plunged to the teens or single digits. Dormant grasses and brush, cured dry from no recent moisture, provided continuous fine fuel that ignited easily and carried fire explosively. Red flag warnings covered western Oklahoma, highlighting the critical risk. But the combination of high winds, low humidity, and abundant dry vegetation meant any spark could grow out of control almost instantly, merging into massive fronts that jumped roads, counties, and even the state line before suppression efforts could catch up. Aviation resources were requested, but grounded by the same gusty conditions that fueled the spread. Response came together fast across multiple levels. Oklahoma Forestry Services led suppression work, teaming up with local volunteer fire departments, County Emergency Management, and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol to protect structures, clear roads where possible, and manage evacuations. The State Emergency Operations Center activated early to coordinate resources, share National Weather Service forecasts, and handle logistics statewide. FEMA approved fire management assistance grants for the Ranger Road, Stevens, and 43 road fires, covering 75% of eligible suppression costs to help offset the heavy financial load on the state. Crews prioritized defending exposed homes and infrastructure, patrolling for spot fires from embers, and monitoring overnight as winds eased, but stayed concerning. As February 18, 2026 continues, the main focus remains containing the active fires, especially the Ranger Road fire with its 0% containment and threat of additional growth if dry, windy weather holds. Fire danger stays elevated through at least February 19th, likely extending into Thursday, with ongoing red flag warnings and fire weather watches in parts of the state. Residents in or near the burn areas should keep monitoring local emergency alerts, avoid all outdoor burning, and stay ready to evacuate if conditions change.
And our house is right here. Oh my gosh.
When the fires are finally controlled, recovery will involve detailed assessments of lost structures, rangeland, and utilities, support for displaced families and ranchers through aid programs, and longer-term planning like better fuel breaks or community preparedness to reduce risks in these vast grassland regions. Oklahoma's rural communities have pulled through tough events like this before by relying on neighbors, local groups, and steady determination to rebuild what was lost.